Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how the current #1 team in the world plays on the city side on the train. NiP uses a 4-1 split, leaving GetRight alone on the inner bomb side and having 4 guys defending outer bomb side. This is a very common setup, however NiP does it in a bit different way than the rest of the teams. The assumption is to stay close to one another like that. As you see, all 4 cities stand close to each other so they can help one another very fast. At the same time, none of the players is really exposed. Now, let's discuss each player's role one by one. GetRight. GetRight buys an auto snipe and watches lower ramp from behind the train. Freiberg. He buys an M4 and couple of grenades and watches Ivy. Exist buys nade, smoke and flash. He goes through city connector, casts a nade into T-link, some random anti-rush flash and takes the position under tower. He smokes T-link and waits. Forest. He buys M4, smoke and 2 flashes. He smokes pop and watches mid from old bomb site position. This might not seem to be the best spot, but it's almost impossible to be flashed by the terrorists, and he can fall back pretty quickly to support either Ivy or inner bomb site. That's why Forest stays there until the smoke on pop disappears. Fiflaren. He goes with op on the line number 6 to watch the T-link and help Freiberg to cover Ivy. Alright, let's have a look on the city rotation after GetRight first kill. There are a couple of interesting moves here. Forest is the closest to the inner bomb site, but he has M4 and GetRight has already managed to pull back on the upper ramp to fully use his auto snipe potential. Therefore, Fiflaren takes his way to inner bomb site via city spawn. The upper is much more useful on the inner bomb site because there is a big distance between city defensive positions and bomb site trains. What is more, T-guys have very few places they can hide, what makes them to be pretty easy frags for cities. Coming back to outer bomb site. While Fiflaren runs to support GetRight, Forest moves behind the bomb site train to be able to support either Freiberg on Ivy or Exist, who is under tower. Fiflaren sees no opponents on the inner bomb site and comes back to outer. He watches pop from behind the old bomb site to be ready to help GetRight once again. At the same time, Forest climbs up the city tower. Next, VeryGames prepares the attack. RPK fakes lower ramp with smoke, forcing Fiflaren to rotate once again, and in this very little time loop the French decides to attack. Here is how it all looked like. And this is all I have prepared this time. Some constructive feedback welcomed as usual, and see you next time. Thanks.